I think it does come down a bit to the personalities, because for me, I'm just a lazy person. Like, unless you push, I love being in like the autopilot mode.
Yeah.
Unless you push me, or there's an incentive for me to like shift out of the autopilot mode, I will just default back to the autopilot mode.
Yeah.
So for me, saying yes to things allows me to put myself into positions from where I can't back out.
Got it.
Without losing, like, you know, as you said, like without like breaking people's trust or thing. So it gives me that additional incentive to actually go ahead and push myself.
Yeah.
Because for me, just pushing myself for the sake of pushing myself is not an incentive enough. And then the second thing I think that it also boils down to is that I don't know if you've heard of like competence confidence.
No.
So there's two types of people. There's people that first work to get the competence and then they get the confidence.
Right.
And then there's the other type who are confident
Yeah.
that they can get the competence. And then so they basically, like, those are the type of people that like learn on the job. And I feel like I belong in like much more in the second.
Right,
Yeah. Even with my like engineering as well.
Yeah.
Like when I came into the company, I mentioned before, I was number 7 sort of thing. I was a fresh grad and I was at like the client's thing like 2 weeks after starting my new job, and I was telling them how I think they should do things and stuff like that. And, you know, you're young and brash and like you learn things, but that was and I was never really good at uni. I was never good at studying because it was like without having a place to apply what I was learning, I just couldn't learn. And so I feel like for my type, that's the way to go. The problem with that is that you got to be able to take your hits, because when you approach things in that way, as you rightly put, if you're going to say yes to things, at some point your luck is going to run out, or you're going to meet your match, or you're going to meet something that like is way above your match and you're going to get wrecked. And that's what happened to me.
Right.
2 years into my job. Yeah.
Interesting.
And so again, that was actually one of the another one of the turning points where it was like, okay, like the world's not just a rosy place full of like, you know, unicorns and rainbows sort of thing. Shit does go wrong. And when it goes wrong, you got to be able to pick yourself back up. So if you are in my camp, you have to be able to, you know, be like, what's the word for, like, you have to be able to be strong enough to be able to pick yourself back up when you fall down. Because you will fall down a lot if you approach things this way.